patrol trooper in intensive care tonight, more than 12 hours after being shot by a protester at the site of the future Atlanta police training facility. That alleged shooter is now dead. Neither of their names have been released so far. Atlanta News First Patrick Quinn joins us live outside of Grady, where that trooper is. And Patrick, this is just the latest incident involving this complex.
And Sean, this complex, this training center, it's really been marred by controversy since it was first proposed. And now, just this morning, we saw a shooting on that site, leaving one person dead and a state trooper injured. That state trooper was rushed into surgery here at Grady. That trooper is now out of surgery and is expected to recover. This picture from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is our first look into the site of a deadly shooting at a planned police training center, where one protester was killed and one state trooper injured.
It's a simple fact that law enforcement was doing a clearing operation, a legal operation, removing people illegally occupying a property, and someone on the property, as law enforcement came into view, initiated fire on the law enforcement entities, and they returned fire in self-defense.
This comes after months of issues surrounding the site. State leaders say these campers conducted a series of criminal acts, including arson, setting booby traps, explosives, and intimidation.
We're dealing not with protesters, but with criminals.
In Atlanta, roughly 150 people turned out to mourn the loss of the protester killed, saying this shooting will not silence their efforts to shut down the planned training center.
This was a devastating and tragic thing that happened today, and the police have killed someone again, and people are mad about it. People are hurt.
We watched this candlelight vigil spill into the streets in the little 5 Points neighborhood.
Do we want justice? And what do we want it now? And if we don't get it, shut it down.
While protesters question the police narrative, state officials say state troopers only fired when they were first shot at. Officials say they arrested at least 4 people, and when asked if the area is safe, GBI Director Michael Register said this.
You tell me. It's been ongoing for several months, and that's why we're out here. If there was not a threat to safety, we wouldn't be out here, and we wouldn't be expending all the resources that we are, all the way from the governor on down to local law enforcement.
And those against this training center, they say that they're going to be back out rallying against this so-called Cop City on Saturday. They'll hold a protest in Atlanta at Underground Atlanta, Saturday, 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, that trooper, again, still in the ICU here at Grady Memorial. He is expected to survive. Live tonight in Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
Patrick, well, this tension between police and protesters, it started long before today's shooting. In 2015, the Atlanta Police Foundation was tasked with looking into what a state-of-the-art training center for police and fire and emergency first responders might look like and what it might cost. In April 2021, former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms announced a plan to turn the forested land into a public safety training facility. In September 2021, Atlanta City Council gave the $90 million project the green light. The plan would include a shooting range, a mock village, and a burn building. By January of last year, activists and organizers who had dubbed the project Cop City began protesting at the site, with some even building shelters in trees to prevent the construction from taking place. And then last May, police arrested 7 protesters, the majority from out of state. Police accused them of throwing a Molotov cocktail at officers as they tried to remove protesters from the area. And then just last month, police arrested 5 more people on domestic terrorism charges after the GBI said protesters threw rocks at police cars and attacked EMTs. We've been sending out breaking updates on this story all day on the Atlanta News First app. You can be the first to know any new developments by downloading the app right now.